Okay, welcome to another episode, special episode of Clyde the Tank 2.0 on the road. Today we're in Amsterdam at the famous gym of Bert Kops, and I think we have the #1 MMA fighter in the 185 pounds weight class, Mr. Mousasi. Can you introduce yourself to the people?
Hi, I'm Gegard Mousasi. I live in Holland, and I'm the Bellator middleweight champion.
My name is Bert Kops. I'm owner of the Kops Gym for already 36 years in Amsterdam.
Bodyguard?
And I'm the bodyguard and the seat director, Hugo Beers. Okay, then the legend. After him and him, eh? 100. Okay, done.
As you see, it's going to be a crazy episode, man. It's going to be a crazy episode. First of all, Gerard, I want to thank you for your time.
No problem.
I'm working on highlighting great fighters. For me, you're already not only a great fighter, you're a legend. You're a humble person, man. I fucking really respect it, man. I told Bert, so I love it because nowadays, if you guys have only like 3 pro fights, you're acting like divas. So not my kind of people.
Okay.
That being said, Gerard, I want to speak with you about your career, of course, in Bellator, in the UFC, in Pride, and Strike. I think you fought in Strikeforce also.
Yeah.
Okay, at what age did you start doing mixed martial arts?
I think 17, 18 was the first fight. I was coming from boxing, and I had 3 weeks of training on the ground. So
Yeah.
I fought rings. I KO'd the guy with TKO. I had 3 TKOs, but I had my first fight back then it was all professional, so you didn't have amateur. So and then I think 17, something like that, I began the first MMA fight.
Your first MMA fight, okay. What was your motivation for starting doing MMA? Sorry.
Well, first it was boxing, and then I had lost 1 boxing amateur fight, but back then I didn't have a real teacher, so you know it's part of the game. But I thought, well, I'm gonna quit because I lost.
Yeah.
So, and then my brother was doing ground game, so I joined him. I was doing kickboxing, and MMA. I was doing kickboxing and MMA. So everywhere I could get a fight, I would fight. I would stay any fight that I would get and a lot of them were in foreign countries.
Foreign countries.
Yeah.
And you're originally, are you from Iran or you're from
born
Armenia?
in Iran, Armenian parents, and then since age of 8 in Holland.
In Holland.
Yeah.
Okay, in Leiden, eh?
Leiden, yeah, Leiden.
Okay, nice. What brought you to the famous wrestling coach, Bert Kops?
Well, after my loss against King Mo, I had no wrestling. I wasn't really training wrestling. I thought I was training wrestling, but I wasn't. And then, from losses you learn. I came to Kops. I trained with Kamran on my wrestling and then also my stand-up. So I started. How long is it now?
A long time already. I think it's more than 12,
12
more than 12, 13 years already.
Yeah.
Time flies, man.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, like, you had so many fights in different organizations. If I look back at your career, it looks like you're supposed to be like 40, 45, but you're still a young guy.
Yeah, I'm 36, but my thing was back then I wanted to fight as much as possible to get as much as experience I could, because back then I didn't really have trainers, so my thought was, okay, I'm gonna get as much as experience and I will be okay. And I did kickboxing, boxing, but any fight that I could get, I would fight.
And what was your walking around weight?
Back then, 200 pounds. 200 pounds. It wasn't that.
90 kilograms? 90
Yeah, 90 kilos. And then I gained weight. I fought K1, I fought heavyweight, I fought light heavyweight. So I went to 220, something like that. But now 215, 220, but I don't fight.
Yeah.
And then I go back to middleweight, 185.
And the weight cut is not a problem?
Well, some fights I had difficult weight cut, and then some weight cuts was very easy. Like last time, I did new stuff. I was drinking like 8 liters of water. Doorspoelen, I say.
Yeah.
I say just flood it out.
You flood it out.
All the salt and everything. So I wasn't keeping water when I was sweating. So
They call it water loading, yeah? Water loading? They call
yeah,
it?
water loading. Yeah. So it was the first time I did it, and it helped actually.
Yeah, I know some fighters who did it. Some of them, most of them are satisfied, but some of them have really problems, especially the last couple of days, to drink that amount of water. And
Well, eating, getting in is no problem.
yeah, I believe so.
Dat heb ik met poesies.
Yeah, but
Oké,
we-
dan.
it was in Dutch. We didn't hear it. You know, we're gonna cut it off. Don't worry, you gotta edit it.
Nee,
No,
dat is
it's
niet.
okay.
Nee, daar houden we van lol. Ja, toch?
I like it also, my
Yeah,
friend. What was your first pro fight, and which year was it?
My memory is not that great, but 2000 maybe
2000.
something.
Which organization?
I was rings. Chris Dolman's
Chris Dolman?
father. Yeah.
Opponent?
You know, you can Google it. But I won on TKO. I don't know what I eat yesterday.
You had a lot of fights, so your memory is going to be a little bit touched, but it's okay. What, from all the organizations you fought,
Yeah.
which one do you think is for you fits the best when it comes to how do you treat people, respectful, of course, money-wise, financial-wise,
Well,
in general, everything.
well, every organization has its problems. Like now in Bellator, I don't get many fights, but they treat me better, they pay me better.
Yeah.
UFC is more how many pay-per-views you can buy, sell. You know, I have good relation with Scott Coker from Bellator. So for me, Bellator is much better fit. Japan, I would get a lot of fights, but then you would know your opponent like 2 weeks before. So every organization has these flaws, but I enjoyed all of them, to be honest. Of course, there was a Bodog I fought once, but then bankrupt. Affliction, I was supposed to fight, bankrupt. Strike Force, they sold it, and then they dismissed, they can't closed it or whatever. Yeah. So many organizations, they didn't make it. And that's the problem with I think MMA. You just don't have many choices now.
Nowadays.
No.
I have a question for you, Bert. What especially did you work on when you came to your gym? Of course, the wrestling, or which part of the wrestling there?
Yeah, the takedown defense,
Yes.
sprawling. The most important was for him to start with.
The sprawling. Because nowadays, when I look at your fights, all of your fights, you don't get taken down easily.
You know, with good wrestlers, they take me down once, but I get up now.
But that's the thing. You're gonna get taken down if somebody's wrestling from the age of 4.
Yeah. That's just
course it's gonna be-
disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Always gonna be there, but it's just a mindset. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fight, and then it doesn't matter if they take me down. I just fight and I get up. And sometimes they take me down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lay down here, and then and then I just get in that fight mode. And for me, I cannot switch it during the fight. Before the fight, if I switch it on, I'm like, I'm gonna fight all the way, then I fight, and I always do well. But during the fight, to switch it,
It's difficult.
it's difficult for me. It's just a personal.
Preference.
No. I know myself well, so I know I have to have the right mindset going into the fight. Doesn't matter if they take me down.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? When I look at you when you're on the catwalk, going to the cage, my God, man, you're like it's the great fighter from Russia. I forgot.
Fedor Emelianenko.
You got no emotions, man. It seems like you're going to the office or something like that.
Well,
Another office.
Not the office. Yeah, serious.
yeah, usually before fights, when I had to fight Mark Hunt, he was under 30 kilos.
I know.
I fought Melvin Manoff. I had sleepless nights because I thought, okay, they're gonna embarrass me, they're gonna knock me out, you know. But you have doubts. You have you have nerves. All those things I have, but I never in the cage. I never felt any emotion. I never once I was in the cage or walking through the cage. I never had the emotion like oh shit, he's gonna knock me out. Never had that before. But before you always have thoughts to your mind. But once I walk, it's completely shut down.
Yeah, it's okay. No, that's the funny thing because of course you have all sort of fighters. You know, when I was fighting, I was always aggressive, not with the walkout, but before I was. But I think it's the way you are as a person. You're just a calm, collected. You remind me a lot of my older son. You know, I have a big son. He's also 26. When he was fighting, he was like real calm. My brother is also really calm.
Yeah, I see.
You know, but I have a lot of temperament. So I really, I think the way you are, it saves a lot of energy before the fight.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and during the fight, you're aggressive. So and also really calculated. That's what I saw against a fight against Mark Hunt. Because when I heard that you were going to fight Mark Hunt is one tough mother. You know, he's a strong guy.
I was a middleweight, so
Yeah.
So fighting a heavyweight was 130. I was 97 max.
I thought you were lighter. I thought you were like 92, 93.
No, I was 97, I think. Yeah, but not muscle, you know.
Yeah, but you knocked him out, huh?
No, I submitted him in 1 minute.
Armbar.
Yeah.
Take
In
it
1
down
minute.
within 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you take an Americana or something.
Anaconda is ook, maar die stretched. I don't know
Stretch
the
the
name.
arm. You make a stretching armbar.
Okay, it was impressive. It was
Yeah,
impressive because
thank
I really thought that day I thought he was going to kill you. I'm just being honest because of the weight difference, and Mark is known for he's a hard puncher, you know. So
And also, Mark Hunt, he made a draw with Vanilla Silva.
Vanilla
He was
Silva.
the first one. He beat Vanilla Silva.
I think he beat the.
Yeah.
He beat him. He was jumping on Vanilla, everything. So he was the first one who beat Vanilla Silva. Against him pride.
wow.
So it, also his MMA was not bad.
Yeah,
no.
small gloves, big guy, difficult to take down, especially if you're so heavy.
Yeah,
You know, it's not easy.
and he's
so-
got a good balance, I think. Also.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
balanced.
That was the problem for me. It wasn't that I was afraid to fight him, but I was like, okay, how am I gonna get him down? Because eventually, if you have so much weight on somebody
Yeah.
and small gloves, there's a lot of disadvantage.
Yes, of course,
Yeah.
of course. But you did it, and you did it
Thank
in, I don't know how to pronounce the English, but you did it.
Thanks.
Great job.
Thanks.
He's moving.
Yeah, he's moving a lot.
You cannot hit it very easy.
He's not a stationary target.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's also
Yeah.
one of the strong things in your fight. Because
Technique.
the way you're standing up, sometimes you're a little bit tall and you're throwing your chin up.
Yeah.
But a lot of people can make a mistake and think they're gonna hit you. But before they hit you, you move out and you slip and you punch.
Yeah, I do mistakes. I'll go
Right.
up when I go back.
Love.
I just go up a little bit.
Yeah.
But so far, no one has really hit me. So
No, I saw it. Because,
only one time I got kicked in the face, but that was I was ducking.
yeah,
Because I
against
thought-
Araya
You're
Hall.
right, yeah. And that was more. He said it himself later. He was trying to kick me in the
stomach.
Yeah.
With the spinning back kick.
Yeah, but my reaction was I reacted to his spinning kick, and I ducked exactly to his.
Yeah, that was a lucky shot, not the one.
Yeah,
that Father
he
Jack-
throws. Yeah, he throws kicks. I can't. But for me, it was like okay, I would have beaten him,
Yeah,
and then in the rematch, I beat him.
Yeah, I saw it. I liked your interview before the fight. You said sometimes you have people who are lucky, something like that.
Yeah.
You were referring to the fight with.
Yeah. But sometimes you just have to talk, otherwise they would never give me the fight because they didn't want to give me that fight. And then in Ireland, a fight fell off, and then they got me against Uriah Hall. And he didn't want to fight. I think they give him extra sponsorship money.
Money, huh? But you took it away from him, man.
Yeah, but he's a good guy. I'm friends with him now, actually. Yeah.
He looks like a nice, solid,
Yeah.
good guy. You know, what's funny, Gerard? You're not the type of person who will talk a lot of trash. Yeah. I compare you a little bit to Canelo. You guys, you just go into the ring and you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But when you start talking a little bit trash, man, I like it very much because you are respectful, but in a smart way.
Yeah.
I think then when you start doing that, more people start watching
Yeah.
you. Of course, it's not that they didn't like you, but they already liked you. Like Canelo. Canelo is now talking a lot of shit, you know, and it's like everybody's tuning in now.
Yeah.
Do you regret that you didn't do that from the beginning of your?
Yeah, but it's I learned it later. But fighting is this sports are first entertainment,
Yes.
and then it's sports. Like, but I was always thinking it's sports.
Yeah.
You just go, you do your job, and you fight. But I learned in a later age that it's first entertainment, and then because some people like the build up, they like the press conference, they like the weigh-ins.
Yeah.
So it's all a build up to the fight. and then the more you talk, you make it more interesting.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's good. But
That's it.
no.
No, it started a little bit, I think, after the Belfort fight
Yeah.
in Manchester. Then he was very funny. He was talking about the McGregor and about the money.
Yeah.
And then it was the first time.
Yeah,
like,
I remember. I was like, oh, whoa, what's happening to Gerard now?
I've always been like that, but
Yeah.
never. You know, for me it was like I go, I get paid, I fight, I go home.
Yeah.
But then I was like more. After
Outspoken.
all these years fighting, I was more vocal.
Yeah.
I didn't change. Like, if I would have suddenly come like do like McGregor, it would have been like
Fake. It
fake.
seems like fake. Yeah. But the
And
way
I don't
you did-
like fake.
No. But
I hate fake too.
the first time I saw you do it, you did it in such a way that it was like, it was natural,
Yeah.
but at the same time not natural. But it was like,
Yeah.
it's okay. It
Yeah.
wasn't overdone.
Yeah.
It's not like Kobe Covington.
No, that was.
So you can see that he's a really fake.
It was really funny. It was really funny.
Yeah, it was really funny, and I liked it very much. If we're speaking about UFC, Israel Adesanya, I spoke with Bert about it. I told Bert that besides Israel Adesanya, you guys for me are pound for pound number one fighters in that weight category. What do you think? Yeah, would be the outcome of the fight between you and Israel?
Well, I think Robert Whittaker is also there. I think
You're right.
Yeah,
100%,
Robert Whittaker.
100%,
I would just.
100.
I feel like I should be, but they don't have me even in top 3. So,
Mm.
but you know, I fought guys. I trained at least. I trained guys that had fought Israel Adesanya in kickboxing,
Yeah.
and I do very well against them. So
Yeah.
it's not a measurement, but it's still something. you know?
Something, yeah, of course.
And of course, I feel like, of course, I believe in myself. So, but you know, there's a fight that's not gonna happen because I'm in Bellator and he's in UFC. So, but I would have loved to fight him because he's a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
I'm a stand-up guy, but I can also threaten him with takedowns,
Yeah.
and he cannot do that for me. So that gives me a little bit more advantage.
And I think comparing to all the other opponents he had, your striking is one of the best because Israel can be clipped. Yeah? But if you clip him, you need to put a combination together to get him down. And most of the guys, they're going for the one-punch swing, and that's
Yeah.
not going to work with this guy because he's moving like,
Yeah.
or he's all over the place. So I would like to see that fight because if you would go into the fight, I would like give you 60% and 40% to Israel.
Oh, damn.
Not because I don't like Israel, because I like him a lot. But I think styles make fight.
Yeah.
You're like this. You're powerful, but at the same time a smart fighter. You know, because I studied the game. You understand? And the way you put up your attacks is like calculated. You're pam pam, and you're not going.
I'm difficult to hit. I think
Yes.
a lot of people don't.
Very
hit.
difficult to hit.
Yeah.
And Adesanya, he don't have the power to knock Gegard
He's
out.
got clean punches, but he doesn't have the power. That's the thing with him.
That's his big advantage
Yes.
in the UFC of Adesanya because stand-up is very good.
Yeah,
But the opponent's stand-up is weak.
yeah.
And Gegard is strong. stand-up. So Gegard would beat it
It
for
would be
sure.
a really,
It would be a dream matchup. It should be nice when you have the Bellator champ against the UFC champ.
yeah, but usually
And
doesn't.
I think
more than
That would be nice.
That would
Yeah,
be so
that would
nice,
be
and then
so
the
nice.
pay-per-view is
Yeah.
It's gonna be
awesome.
out. Yeah, it's gonna be out of
And
the roof.
everybody will see it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And we will come to you.
It would be, it would be
Yeah, tough.
for me also a big dream to see you guys fight. Then I want to talk with you about your first fight against Chakari.
Yeah.
The first fight you won against him, huh? Was also a fight which I didn't doubt you, but it was like Chakari was such a good fighter, you know?
Yeah, it was. He probably was the better fighter that in that fight, but
Yeah.
I just caught him coming down, and then. But a lot of times, you can win from a fight, but that necessarily doesn't mean you're the better fighter because you just timed your punch better or my kick. You know,
Yeah,
back
both
then he
have-
was better. I feel, but I still won that fight. so,
Yeah.
yeah,
And the second fight against him
Yeah.
was in UFC,
yeah.
and then you lost on points. I
No,
believe?
he submitted me.
He submitted you.
Yeah.
If you compare those two fights, with
Yeah.
the first and the second fight, what did you think was the main difference from him in the first to the second fight?
Well, second fight he was really strong. First fight, he took me down. I didn't feel he was so strong. Second fight, he was really strong. But I was also not at my best.
Yeah.
But, not gonna take anything away from him, you know. He won, you know, and till this day we're friends.
Yeah, he looks like a respectful good guy also.
I messaged him. I said, wish him well in his retirement.
Mhm.
And you know, he says I'm cheering for your fight. So there's a good friendship relationship there.
Yeah, there's some fighters I think you can have a good relationship, like Uriah Hall, Chuck Hager.
Yeah.
I don't know about Vito Belfort, what kind of person
No,
he
I
is.
don't know him personally.
Oh.
No, but I'm not friends with him.
I enjoyed when you kicked his ass. Serious. I enjoyed that one. Serious. I was really enjoyed when he.
Against Belfort.
Oh,
Nice fight.
I really enjoyed it, man, because one of my best friends is from Iran, you know, and we speak a lot about, of course, Mousasi and also other fighters. And at the time, Belfort, of course, is a good fighter, but he was cheating a lot, you know. He was cheating a lot, and you could see with him. You can see when he cheated, he's like upper human.
Yeah.
And when he doesn't use his PEDs,
Yeah.
he's like a regular fighter. So he really takes a lot of attention from doing those dirty ass fucking things. So
Yeah, it's 100%. You recover, you're faster, more stamina.
yeah,
And fighters that are mentally weak,
yeah,
suddenly they're not mentally weak.
yeah.
And then that's mentally, they feel great. And then suddenly you find someone that's not that, usually without that juices,
Yeah,
is not that the same guy. You know, I see a lot of fighters go down after USADA game.
yeah.
A lot of them.
I'm not gonna
a lot
say
of them,
names,
and
but
big names, very
big
big.
names.
Yeah. So it says a lot, but people just see the results.
Yeah,
you know
the
what I
results,
mean?
yeah, of course.
They don't understand if someone is juicing is just like fighting with extra weapons,
Yeah.
something like that.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
How long?
Then they need me. Okay, then.
The real bodyguard over here. I like the interactions.
I love your whole family. brother.
Thank you,
Yeah,
man. How long do you think on continuing your fighting career? Because at the, one second, at the moment, like I think like 3-4 years ago, there was a problem with your eye or something.
Oh
like that.
yeah, I broke my eye socket,
Yeah.
and then didn't have a need operation for that, but no, I was just tired of fighting. But now I'm back, and I'm not thinking of retirement because it was like with one foot step out of the door. I don't know how you say it, but it was negative because I was like, okay, one more fight, and I'm gonna retire. Okay, maybe two, but 4 I'm gonna do for sure. 4 more fights, and then I have 2 more fights on the contract. But probably gonna finish them all before I go.
But you think you're gonna finish your career in the Bellator?
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Because you know, I have a relationship with Scott, and I feel like I'm a loyal guy. So
Yeah, of
so
course. And if
whatever,
you're getting paid well, so-
if he has treated me well, and so I'm gonna do the favor back.
Yeah, okay, it's good. Bert, I wanted to ask you something also. You've been in this corner for how many years now?
Whew, I think 6 years. Something like that. And I was one time in the corner in America when you fought Federer Emelianenko.
Oh yeah, that was
Exhibition fight.
Exhibition fight.
I was in Kansas City. And that was in 2010 or something.
Nice thing.
Long time ago, 11 years ago.
How do you experience cornering a great fighter like him?
It's awesome because he's also my favorite fighter.
Yeah, I can see that because you guys have a really
Yeah, he's the best fighter in the fucking world.
Yeah, but I can see the chemistry between you guys. I can see it straight to the television, or it doesn't matter where. I can see that you guys are really connected. And I think the connection between trainer and fighter, it doesn't matter. Even if you didn't coach him, only to be there, I think is for him a comfort.
Yeah, 100%, because you know, you can be the greatest trainer, but if you don't have that friendship with your trainer, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I rather have not that the best is less trainer, but I would rather have somebody that's less of a coach, but
More
a
than a
better
human.
friend and better have the best interest for you. You have to have that
Kind of
best
interest,
interest
yes.
in each other, and when I have that with the Kamran, with Bert, it's more friendship and coaches, and then
Also in the fight week and during the camp, we're always confident.
Yeah.
We had never had a moment, never had a fight that we were thinking this one is going to lose, Gegard.
No,
We were always 100%, 100
for winning.
winning because his style is the best style.
Yeah.
It's strange.
And the people
yeah.
from the street have all the respect for him too. He's famous everywhere.
But also the fighters, the fighters,
Yeah.
UFC fighters, when we were in a hotel and we go eat, we were in the banquet. The best fighters, the champions, they all want to make picture with
Yeah, you know why they want to make a picture? Because
everybody, man, everybody admire him so much, and it's really nice.
Yeah, but the reason why I
En ik dan? Oké dan.
But the funny thing is, like, I know why they want to make pictures with him, because they're trying to avoid him because they know what's going to happen. And yeah, Bert, you know, I've been in the game a few years, so I know sometimes you recognize fighting and you're like, I don't want to fight him. If it's if the one's
in the Philippines with the small guy, you know, another one who is Dimitri Johnson, but all the other guys, oh man, Mousasi. We were a fan of him. We did not even start the MMA camp, so, and that's nice to hear. You know, everybody love him, all the fighters. You know,
In the ring.
too much respect for him.
And outside the ring, he's
but he's a humble person.
Yeah.
When I called him, when I called him, and he started speaking, and I told one of my friends, I said, "What the fuck, man? This guy." I told you also.
You told me.
You know what it is, Gerard? I'm really all about respect. You know, I respect everybody,
So is it.
and if you give me respect, I give you even more respect back.
Yeah.
Because for me,
It's life.
you're a legend, legendary fighter. You know, of course. Me and my brother, we have also quite a name in the fighting sport. But my brother also, he was a big fighter, but he never changed as a person, and that's what I see with you, and I admire that, you know, because money or no money, you're still the same person, and that's what makes you a great person. So, I think we're gonna close the interview. First of all, thanks. Bodyguard.
Ja toch.
Thanks, Bert.
We zijn sterker, maar ik ben zieker.
Thank Gerard for the opportunity.
no problem.
Because yes, I really admire you as a
appreciate
fighter, and I hope you're gonna destroy them all, my friend.
100%.
I'm 100% for sure you will.
Thank you.
My friends,
Oké dan.
one of the greatest. Start following this guy. You have social media, or you don't?
At Mousasi, I think. Instagram, not there.
Anyway,
Facebook and Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram. Start following this guy. Another episode of Clyde the Tank 2.0 on the road. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and don't fucking hate. Okay.